And here we are resuming the Boneyard, where I'm gonna run back down and talk to the doc, give him the parts. Yep, here they are. Da 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 da. Take over the parts. Work on them. Can you take them over? Take the parts over to Smitty. Sure. So you run back up here and you give the parts to Smitty. I need you to fix these parts. Yep, here, give me some time. Fades in, fades out. Here are your fixed parts. Now it's nighttime, and luckily they'll still all talk to you, because apparently LA never sleeps. And here's some stuff for your trouble. He hands you some caps and stim packs. You might want to go look for Smitty. He'll help you out with some adjustments to some of your equipment. Okay. And he tells you that he notices you're wearing power armor and that he can improve it if you go to the library in the hub and go pick up some books for him from the librarian. Now, the exit grids for this area is a little weird. You have to walk to the left. So we go to the hub, we go back to the librarian, we talk to her. Do you have the chemistry journals that he needs? Sounds good. There you go. And now we're going to go back to the Boneyard. There's a bit of backtracking here, but it's not a huge deal. And I also had an opportunity to sell some stuff. We get attacked by a bunch of raiders here, and it's really confusing as to which one is Ian and which one is not Ian. But to show you how brokenly OP relative to the low-level characters in this game, power armor can make you. I just leave it on. Leave this fight in because it's a pretty quick fight. And Katja doesn't even have a gun yet. And there, Tycho drops another bandit. A couple of them are trying to hit me, but they can't do any damage to me. And Tycho saws that guy apart. Dogmeat destroys another. Ian drops another. So really, these raiders, I don't understand what the raiders were trying to do here, because they pretty much just got wrecked. And accomplished absolutely nothing. I don't think if I were a desert raider, I would really want to mess with a party that large, with one including a guy in power armor. Just not a good target to try and raid. But here we go, we're back in the Boneyard. We're going to go to the Additum portion, and we're going to drop off the chemistry journals. And our good friend the Doctor is going to sexy up our power armor a bit. He says it'll take a whole day, but it's not like you're without your power armor. It just fades in, fades out. And there you go. It worked. I hope it helps you out. So, I'm back in my Vault Dollars uniform. I'm going to scroll through my inventory and pull out my new hardened power armor. It's also, basically it's got a bunch of new resistances and things like that are superior to normal power armor. And if you talk to Smitty, he'll offer to improve your plasma rifle if you have one, which I end up doing later just to show you what it costs and how it happens. So we're going to go here to the Blades and tell them that I've got their weapons from the gun runners and that we're going to go knock out the regulators and such. And there we go. Sure, I'd be glad to take the regulators down, is what we'll end up picking. Great, let's go. And I'll show you the opening portion of this battle, but the battle itself is quite long. And also pretty eventful. But, I mean, none of the guards here are really that great of a threat to me personally. It's just mainly who of my party will get themselves in trouble and who in the city that I might want to talk to is going to die. Oh, and you can see that guy get cut in half by a plasma beam from one of the guns. I leave some of these in because the kills are pretty special. I'm just looking around to see who I should target next. And you see John gets killed by his regulator guards. And his skin gets melted off by the plasma. And there's a bunch of different fighting going on throughout the city. My NPCs start wandering away. And I'm just going to rush at this one regulator down here because he looks like a good target. But as you can see, like one of the main flaws of the turn-based combat are very large combats take a real long time to accomplish. And this is pretty much, as far as number of combatants, this is the largest there is in the game. Because you're pretty much butchering the entire city. So, like, a lot of my time here is spent waiting for it to be my turn, and then I take my 1 or 2 actions, and then wait for it to be my turn. I basically one-shot all of these guys. Not to mention being mostly impervious to damage due to the hardened power armor, although they're doing 2s and 3s to me here and there. And I'm starting to lose sight of my companions, so hopefully they don't get themselves into too much trouble. Miles, he's the chemist, by the way. His name is Miles. He's fighting, so as you can see there, I mean, there's an opportunity that Smitty and Miles may die in this fight, and you want to make sure you've got your hardened power armor and such off of them prior to going into this fight. And also some of the random NPC village people are going to die and things like that, so you need to be careful how you go about this fight. Now, the way I've done this playthrough is that I haven't reloaded it if things have gone wrong. You've occasionally probably been able to see reload when I've quit playing the particular session just because I had something come up. And since I'm not frapsing this, that didn't cause any weird break in the episode. So if someone dies or something bad happens, then we're just going to live with it. And really, as far as this goes, something bad is likely to happen here because there are just too many combatants for me to keep track of what all is happening or to intervene on someone's behalf. Still just waiting for everybody to do their thing, take their turns. And still lots of combat. Oh, my turn. Haha. And we're gonna thrust to the eyes. Yeah. She survived it. Did 24 damage. Gonna do it again. She didn't survive that time. And we get some more regulators getting shot up by superpowered weapons. And my goal here is to get into this house down here in the lower area. Those will be my next several moves. Addy-towners are getting beat up by the regulators. As some of the regulators that we can't see start to die, the combat gets a little less intense, and Dogmeat's gonna go after this one guy up there. And then things will get more simple. Oh, they're shooting us through the window, which I thought was really cool. There's a window in the back of this building and you can actually shoot through it, which I thought was really neat. I never knew that. But we're basically just going to wait here, watching different regulators get mowed down. See, they're shooting at each other through the window. The regulator guard gets some stim packs. And we've got Tycho here to help. We're just going to smash this guy up right in the eyes, and he drops. I try to end combat because there's no one around me and everyone is in my way. But to no avail. And we get some different fighting, and Ian is taking a lot of damage now. Up in this room here. So I begin to worry about Ian. He's trying to run away, and there it goes. Our friend Ian, killed by a regulator. Who then gets his skin melted off. So, and that ends the combat. So Ian almost made it all the way through. But the regulators are gone. LA is now a free and happy place. However, our best friend Ian, who's been with us since the very start, didn't survive. We do level up, and we when that happened, I thought about making like a little montage to Ian, but I'm not good enough with the editing software yet to have a nice flashback of all the times he shot me in the back, or shot my companions in the back, or nearly killed Dogmeat. So, you talk to the leader of the Blades here. She thanks you. And she tells you to check out Miles and Smitty. They might be able to help you in the future. But that's the end of LA.